Hello and welcome to another update video about Ethereum. Ethereum could be in the last stages of this correction. We're going to take a look at why and what the relevant levels are that will tell us that Ethereum is actually moving in an alternative trend and that it might come down much lower than we originally expected. At the moment, we're exploring the idea that Ethereum could be turning around in this support area. It's fighting currently with the 1780 level, the golden ratio, the 61.8 retracement. ETH broke the trend line now. That's not necessarily a problem, this trend line here. Yes, it did hold recently every time, but it's a trend line and these break sometimes. We have Fibonacci support, and touching or getting to the 1780 level was actually part of the plan. Essentially, what Ethereum needs to avoid is to break below and sustain below the 78.6 Fibonacci retracement level. Because a break below that level would rather emphasize that an alternative trend is happening. That would not necessarily be bearish, but it would basically emphasize a larger correction. As explained before, we had a wave one top here that was in April. It would then have been an A wave down, a B wave up, and the C wave down. But that would ideally have to go below 1630. While this is of course possible, I'm not primarily looking for that. Either way, even then, we would call this a wave two, and we would expect the rally from there. So I'm just from a tactical point of view, From a tactical point of view, I just see the opportunities in this market at the moment. And therefore, I am focused rather on this current support area. And if I was going in here with trading positions, short-term trading positions, and support was breaking, then I would rather I can decide between two things. Either I set my stop loss already much lower, give it much more space, have to size down, If you move your stop loss further away, you naturally have to have a smaller position size. That makes sense. They are related, these two factors. Or I can get stopped out and will reposition myself a little bit lower. I'd rather do this than miss the chance of a third wave rally, okay? And if it all breaks, then it breaks, but that's trading, right? That's reality, that's financial markets. So looking at this then, we're dealing here with a situation where we have a 1-2-1-2 setup, which would be a bullish scenario. And if price can turn around, it would take us to around about $2,500 plus. So if we're looking at that, then we have to understand what is the microstructure of this wave 2 correction. And there are different ways. I mean, I could put the wave 1 here and then have an A wave down, a B wave up, and a C wave. And in that scenario, actually, this could be the last wave down. Or I've got the wave 1 here and would expect another wave 4 and a wave 5. Either way, any low could now be the last one on the Ethereum chart. So we just need to know that and track resistance. Resistance goes all the way up to 1843. And a break above that level would really emphasize that we have bottomed. So it would take at this stage an impulsive break above 1843 to have a strong indication, confirmation that a lasting low has been established. That's the relevant level. If we drop a little lower, that will of course move with the price. If you want to know more about that, and if you want to have always the latest updates, check out our gold membership. You can find the links in the description. We get a lot of updates there during the day, also in between videos, and especially on volatile days. Support here is 1780. Below that level, we've got 1730. Somewhere in between, we could find additional support. There is some smaller Fibonacci levels point towards 1750. If I add the VRVP volume profile, we can also see there is a volume cluster here around 1740, 1750 from previous support. So I'm just saying if we come down lower, it probably will slow down around 1750, 1740. And then, most importantly, a very bullish sign that I have called out here, and I call it out again, is when on the daily time frame, specifically for Bitcoin, but for Ethereum it's relevant as well, the price is above the last low, but the RSI is nearly as low or as low. And that's fantastic, on the daily. Now, this is a very bullish signal. Not necessarily only that we are oversold or nearly oversold, but the fact that the price is way above the last low. And we had a situation here as well. This is typically what I point out to channel members every time when we enter such a support area on the daily. These are relevant ones. These are really the relevant areas for swing traders or for people who are trying to position themselves for the long term, in my opinion. Anything else? Not really. I think this is it. Of course, you know, there is no automation that is going to turn around and has to turn around. It will be the market that will show us if the next rally is impulsive or corrective. But if it's impulsive, then we've been on the right track. If it's corrective, it would most likely still be a bounce or some kind of a rally from here, because the daily time frame is just oversold. But in the very short term, on the hourly chart, there is currently no evidence yet that it is slowing down or that we have formed a low. But you know how it works, you know, sometimes you get actually an acceleration before it finishes, and it can turn around very, very quickly. And that might happen when you're at work or wherever, you know, when you might be asleep or something, you know. But yeah, that's the situation. Very exciting times now. I mean, in the end, and that's maybe like a concluding comment here. In the end, we've been waiting for those red candles. I love to see that there's absolutely no panic in this community, because we were waiting for lower prices. Essentially, you need to understand that no correction will finish without red candles, so it's normal. And you also have to, you know, understand that we like to see those crypto corrections to finish with a bit of a flush, yeah, where people get scared, yeah. Especially after such a long sideways range and such boring price action. Sometimes just needs that flush that generates more buying interest again. Okay, that's my update about Ethereum. I hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.